Hello, welcome everyone to Cafe. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. It is great to be back with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week.
So at the Orlando Science Center, which is one of our favorite spots, the Life exhibit opened up a little over a year or so ago.
Has it been that long?
I know. Well, we're in 2025 now, and it's like, oh man. So we're coming up actually on 2 years since they've been open. But they've really done a fantastic job of bringing you through 3 different ecosystems in Florida, from the ocean to the swamp to the rainforest. So here is a behind the scenes look at the Life exhibit. This is the Life exhibit at the Orlando Science Center. It is the largest and most comprehensive exhibit that they have ever attempted, and it tells the story of our planet through the animals who inhabit it in 3 different ecosystems. And to tell us more about the animal story is Jenny Bowles, who is the animal care manager here at the Orlando Science Center. And we are here now in the swamp. Of course, we're in Florida, so we know what goes with the swamp. We've got alligators, we've got turtles. Tell us what people can expect here in the swamp.
Yeah, so the Life exhibit has 3 separate areas. We have the swamp, the ocean, and the rainforest. But the really great part about the swamp is it allows you to get closer to the wildlife that's in your own backyard here in Florida, that is there, but you might not be completely aware of. Learning more about them and what role we play and making sure that they're taken care of in our backyards.
So in the swamp, we've got, the superstars. You got to have some alligators and turtles.
Yes.
What else can people see here in the swamp, which is very unique?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we have 5 gators that are in our gator pool here. We also have 5 different species of aquatic turtles, including one very large snapping turtle, red-eared sliders, yellow-bellied sliders, all cohabitating together so that you can see how they would work together in an actual environment out in the wild.
Yeah, I noticed earlier I saw an alligator under the heat lamp on top of a turtle.
Yes.
I'd never seen that before, but that's what you're going to see here.
They stack, they share food, definitely moving around exactly like they would in the wild is exactly what you're going to experience here. And we make sure that all of their needs are provided. You're seeing their heat lamps, their UV lamps, because they're obviously not getting that direct sunlight in here like they would outside. Yeah. So everything's provided and you get to see how they would normally behave.
You've done a great job. And then the squirrels, we experience squirrels in different ways here in Florida. But you have something very unique and special with that exhibit.
We do. So we have 2 squirrels that are over here. The squirrels are actually the only animal here that are not native to Florida. They are native to islands that are off the coast of China. They are called Prevost squirrels. But we have an entire system that runs above your head, so those squirrels can be running around. You can see how quick they are. You can see the way that they move. You can watch out for other things that they do. But it's a really interactive exhibit. It's a lot of fun to see how they move through things.
And then around the corner from the squirrels, we also have the very mysterious owls.
Burrowing owls, yep, another animal that you can find in your backyard, but they're one of the most fascinating animals to me because you can find them in super cold temperatures. They can thrive in really hot temperatures. So they do perfectly all over Florida, but they actually do burrow into the ground and they live here in like the grassy land areas of Florida. Yes, we have 2 of them over there.
That's fascinating. And you normally can't get up close like that with owls. So that's
you
really
cannot, no. So those are animals that are really reclusive. They keep to themselves. So to be able to see them and then get that close to them and how they work, it's pretty fascinating.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So why don't we go get up close with some more creatures in the ocean. So we're going to go to the ocean now. We are now here in the ocean, and I love the fact, Jenny, that when you walk into this exhibit, you start to become transported with the music and the lights, and then you're here in front of this gigantic tank.
It's very immersive. You literally walk downwards on a ramp, and then you end up in front of our large shark tank here with all of these beautiful fish that you can find in the oceans around the Florida area. You go around the corner and we have a coral tank that's at a level for kids so they can see it. You can get down on the level with your children. We also have a touch tank with all of our aquatic inverts that people can actually get in there and be completely involved in getting to know how they feel and how they move when you're interacting with them.
So I saw one of the sharks in here.
Yes.
You're actually going to be able to have people like in the zoo, you can actually get inside of here and like
Yep.
teach and talk to students about it.
Correct, yeah. Our intention is that when we have to do all of our husbandry for the tank, we will be snorkeling inside the tank. Our team will be trained to do that. We'll do shark feeds from the upper platform up here so that we can do programming and talk to people about the sharks and about our reefs and our oceans that are around the state of Florida. So we'll have a lot of keeper interactions when we're in here.
I also love that you are learning about the ocean when
Yes.
you're in here, and you're learning not just the names of some of these fish and the species, you're learning about the importance of the coral reefs. You're learning about some ways that you, as just a human in this world, can get along with the sea creatures.
Yeah, we really have very thoughtful signage that's all over the exhibit that people can read and learn about. This is another beautiful environment that we're lucky enough here in Florida to exhibit. We're surrounded by the oceans, so it's another thing that we learn about how we impact it, how we benefit from it, and how those things combine together, how we work together to make that all, coexist. So.
The touch tank has to be one of your more popular
For sure.
exhibits, and people can really get up close. I see a lobster in there,
Yep.
a sea cucumber,
Correct.
crabs.
Yep. Starfish. Yeah, a bunch of different types of inverts. The reality is there is studies that have been done on the fact that somebody can go to a zoo and they can see these beautiful exotic animals, but if they're far away from them, they get it. They think it's wonderful, but the second they're able to touch something, the second they can interact with it, it takes that appreciation, that connection to a completely different level, and we're able to provide that here in our ocean. So it's really wonderful.
That's what's so beautiful about the Life exhibit, is being able to get up close and
Absolutely.
experience it. All right, so I love the ocean so much. It's such a calming Zen place, but we still have one final place, the rainforest.
Correct.
So let's head over to
Sounds
the
good.
rainforest. We are now here at last in the rainforest, and you can feel that we are in the rainforest.
You sure can.
And that's the beautiful thing, just like
Yeah.
the ocean, you feel like you're immersed. And this is quite a special place.
It is. It offers you a little bit something different than the other two environments. Those environments you can find in your backyard. You can go to the ocean. You can go to the swamps here in Florida. The rainforest is something that if you can't find a place like here at the Orlando Science Center, you'd never be able to experience these animals. You get the hot, humid temperatures here in Florida, but not this lush environment and the animals that are in it. It is the immersive rainforest experience.
Obviously, we know we've got some company behind
do.
us as one of the animals in the exhibit. So tell me a little bit about, let's talk about the birds first, because
Sure.
you've got birds flying overhead.
We do. So we have a perch over here where we have our sun conures. This is a mated pair, Rio and Tika. We also have free-flighted birds in the exhibit, 15 of them that are roaming the exhibit, flying around, going in and out for their food sources. We have a two-toed sloth in the exhibit, red-footed tortoises. Behind us we have a waterfall with our cichlids. So a whole bunch of different species that you can come in and they are moving around you completely, no barriers between you and them.
That is what's really cool, is when you walk in here, first of all, the fact that it is so high and you can hear the birds,
Yep.
you can hear the sounds of the waterfall, you feel
Yeah.
the humidity. You guys have done a great job
Thank you.
of making people feel as though they are in the rainforest.
For sure, yeah, it's a wonderful thing to experience and to see all the animals, and again, our interactions with them, and to be able to sit in here and feel like you're a part of this wonderful environment. It's something you won't get to experience in many other places.
So the sloth, I know, is one of the stars of the exhibit.
They're a very
and
popular animal, yes, yeah. And for us in general, everybody has a love for Miss Izzy. She does, for the most part, what sloths do. They are nocturnal animals, so she sleeps during the day, gets a little active at times if she's looking for some food or a new place that she wants to sleep in the exhibit. But for the most part, sleeping in her hammock is what she does, and then she's active at night.
This is really the showstopper here, isn't it? And you've really taken on quite a lot of challenges in interacting and being able to get all these species in one place. It's not an easy task.
It is not. Every single exhibit that you find here at the Science Center is a mixed species exhibit, which means that you have to take it into account as an individual species, what are the needs of that animal, but how do those needs affect the next animal, and is that going to negatively impact them? And if it is, you have to make adjustments to figure out how they can coexist and all of them have those needs met in a positive way. It's a lot of moving pieces that are hard sometimes to figure out.
I'm glad you guys have figured it out, but it's also so satisfying to see the people walk in here and really feel transported.
Absolutely. And when you see the people come in and how excited they are to be here, how happy they are, you see the little kids getting excited to see animals that they've maybe only seen in pictures. It's something that we've been working for a really long time, and to see it all come together, it's incredibly rewarding. We're very, very proud of it.
Well, you heard it. If you can't experience the rainforest in person off in another continent, you can experience it here at the Orlando Science Center as part of the Life exhibit. Jennifer Voles, thank you so much for joining us, the animal care manager here at the Orlando Science Center. So to check out more information about the Life exhibit or the Orlando Science Center in general, you can check out their website at osc.org. You really could just go to the Science Center and go to the Life exhibit, and it's a kind of an experience all of its own.
It's on my list. It's on my list.
Keep it on there.
It's on my list. Well, kick off spring at the Central Florida Job Fair on March 19th from noon to 4. This fair brings together top employers from a variety of industries, offering job seekers a chance to network, submit resumes, and even interview on the spot. It's a great opportunity to jumpstart your career or explore new paths. The fair will feature workshops on resume building and interview tips led by career coaches. For more information, visit cfec.org.
Join the Art and History Museum's Maitland on March 19th at 10 a.m. for Little Creatives and Me. This interactive program is designed for young children and their caregivers to explore art together through hands-on activities and storytelling. It's a wonderful way to spark creativity and bond with your little ones. This month's theme is Colors of Nature, featuring a special outdoor art project. For more details, visit artandhistory.org.
Hey seniors, mark your calendars for Brain Health Bingo on March 20th, hosted by Orange County's Life Information for Elders. This fun and engaging event combines the classic game of bingo with tips and tricks for maintaining cognitive health. It's a great way to socialize, learn, and win some prizes. There will also be a special guest speaker who will share insights on brain-boosting foods and activities. To register, send an email to officeonaging@ocfl.net.
The Winter Park Sidewalk Art Festival returns from March 21st to the 23rd. This annual festival transforms the streets of Winter Park into an open-air gallery featuring works from over 200 artists. Enjoy live music, food vendors, and the chance to meet the artist behind the masterpieces. This year's festival will also feature a pop-up art installation that interacts with the natural surroundings, creating a truly immersive experience. For more information, visit WPSAF.org.
Tammy Diener Lafferty, who is a curator at the Alvin Palacic Museum and Sculpture Gardens, joins us to tell us about this very, very special place in our area. Welcome, Tammy. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Every time I say Alvin Palacic Museum and Sculpture Gardens to somebody, their eyes light up.
Yes.
For people who haven't been, tell them what they will experience once they go there.
Well, I would say, many people say, oh, I have never heard of it, or I have never been there and I've heard of it. So I just want to say, I hope that everyone will come to visit. It is a very special place. It's located in Winter Park, Florida, on the shores of Lake Osceola. And it is not only a museum, it is also, we have an historic home. We have a sculpture garden located on the shores of Lake Osceola. And we also have an art gallery with rotating exhibits that we rotate 4 times a year with different, upcoming and new artists. We have an annual event called Winter Park Paint Out, which is very popular in Winter Park and is a lot of fun. And we also have Capon House, which is a second historic home. And there we host events, weddings and conferences, and it's available for rent.
Now, you just sort of slid the Sculpture Gardens in there.
Yes,
but
I
it
did.
really is a
Yes.
very special place.
It is a special place. I highly recommend people come and spend a day there. The Sculpture Gardens, it's a 3-acre sculpture garden, just lush with all kinds of different tropical plants. And nestled within the plants, you'll find as you turn around every corner the beautiful sculptures created by Alban Polasek. He built this home in 1950 when he retired, and he built it to be his studio and his home, and he was inspired by the same sights that you'll see when you visit there, the beautiful landscaping and the beautiful view of the lake, and he designed those gardens himself to display his sculptures.
It's a wonderful experience. It's reflective, contemplative, but also just so artistic.
Yes.
You're seeing so much beautiful design. The atmosphere, of course, and the setting is just amazing to be there on the lake. So if people wanted to bring their family, would kids really enjoy it as well?
Yes, we're definitely very welcoming to families. I think, one of the best parts is our 3-acre sculpture garden, so the kids can go out and run around in the gardens. It's fine to go up to the sculptures and touch them and interact with them. And we do have docent-led museum guided tours of the historic home, which will tell you all about the life of Alban Polasek and about his artwork. But I would say they're pretty brief, and I think most kids would be able to follow along and enjoy it, yes.
So Tammy, tell me about Winter Park Paint Out. What would people experience if they participate?
Winter Park Paint Out is, one of the cultural events of the year in Orlando. It's very popular. It's been held since 2011, and the Winter Park Paint Out consists of plein air painters. 24, nationally recognized plein air painters. Plein air means outdoor painting. Come for Winter Park Paint Out for a week-long festival. And in that week, these painters create, up to 250 paintings. Our gallery is turned into a wet room, and as they paint, their paintings are hung in the wet room. And they are all available for sale. The proceeds help to benefit the museum and the artists as well. They paint on site at the Polasek Museum. The museum and the festival is free all week long. And we have painting demonstrations, so some of these artists will give demonstrations as to their techniques and how they paint. It's just a really wonderful, wonderful place to be. The painters can be found all over different sites around Winter Park and Orlando. So if you see, during the last week of April, we have this annual event every year. If you see painters painting away, it's most likely that they are part of Winter Park Paint Out.
And with the sculpture garden and just the beautiful locale, is there event space that you could have an event there?
Oh yes, we're very popular for weddings. In 2014, the museum had the opportunity to purchase, it's called Capon House. Capon House was located on the other shore of Lake Osceola, and the land was purchased and the house was to be demolished. And so a bunch of concerned citizens, including the Polasek Museum, got together and raised funds to save the Capon House. And they were able to, in a very short amount of time, raise enough funds to move and restore the home. So yes, it was moved across the lake. So I was not there at this time, but I've seen photos, and from what I understand, the house was actually cut in half, and then it was put on barges and floated across the lake to the Polasek property, and there it was reassembled together and restored, and it's just a beautiful historic building from the beginning of the 20th century, like early 1900s. Beautiful wood floors. It's just a lovely place to be, and it is available for weddings. We have many weddings, engagement parties, even business conference meetings there. It's a very photogenic spot. You can be married on the shores of Lake Osceola in the midst of the beautiful sculpture garden.
Very nice,
yes.
Very nice. And what a story you'll have to tell about your venue as well.
Yes.
Well, Tammy, thank you for being with us. And if you haven't been to the Polasek Museum and Sculpture Gardens, make your way there. It is one of the gems here in Central Florida.
Thank you.
Don't miss a third Thursday Art Making History on March 20th at City Arts Orlando. This monthly event showcases local artists, live music, and hands-on art activities, all while exploring the history of downtown Orlando. It's a vibrant celebration of the city's cultural scene, and this month's highlight is a collaborative mural project where attendees can contribute to a large-scale art piece. For more details, visit dadorlando.com.
Experience the innovative sounds of Time for Three at Judson's Live inside the Dr. Phillips Center on March 22nd. This Grammy-winning string trio blends classical bluegrass and pop music into a unique and captivating performance. It is a must-see for music lovers of all genres. As always, at Judson's, there are two 50-minute shows, one at 7 and one at 9. For tickets, visit drphillipscenter.org.
The Wayne Dench Performing Arts Center is hosting Solitary Man, a tribute to Neil Diamond, on March 22nd. This concert celebrates the music of one of America's most beloved singer-songwriters with performances of his greatest hits, and I won't name them because it will be in your head all day. It's a night of nostalgia and great music, and the tribute band will also perform a special medley of Diamond's rarely heard B-sides, making this a unique experience for fans. For tickets, visit ritztheatersanford.com.
Well, I have to tell you, as soon as you said Neil Diamond, one of those songs just started playing in my head. So you didn't have to say it. Da, da, da.
And I'm thinking, I wonder what the reaction is going to be when he sings "They Come to America."
Oh, well, okay.
I was like, anyway.
So interesting, you guys. Sweet Caroline, you're welcome. Well, that wraps up this week of events. If you have one you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.
Hi, it's Carissa. Join me on Taste of the Town, where we explore beautiful restaurants here in Orlando, all while enjoying their tasty cuisine. Come with me to visit All Red so you too can enjoy your Taste of the Town. Come on, let's go. Hello and welcome to Taste of the Town. I'm Carissa Clark. I'm here at Old Red in Icon Park, and I'd like to introduce you to my friend and their general manager, Brian Ewell. Brian, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for being here, Carissa.
I am really excited because I love a brisket sandwich, and that's what you have for everybody.
Absolutely.
This is called the Austin Brisket Sandwich. And please tell everyone what inspired the name.
So good question. It's a double-edged sword there.
Okay.
One, Blake Shelton, who is our guy,
Yes.
has a song. His first big hit was called Austin.
Okay.
So there's that. Also in Texas barbecue, which is traditionally very heavy with the brisket and the sausage, Austin, Texas. So it's both the
Okay.
style barbecue and a tribute to our Boss Man song.
Okay, well that is very cool. I'm really excited for you to just assemble this, and I can't wait to taste it.
Awesome.
Okay, get started.
Okay, so we start by toasting a nice potato bun. We've got our chorizo link smoked. Our brisket is smoked for 14 hours. We use the sweeter, more mild woods, apple, cherry sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Just rubbed with salt and pepper, very simple.
Okay. Wow.
We got a nice portion of that on there.
Oh my goodness.
So we've got the meat and the fat covered, right?
Yes.
So in order to cut that a little bit, we've got homemade vinegar slaw here, a little acid cut through the fat, right?
Oh, vinegar slaw is so delicious, and now with this smoked meat.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
Cold, crispy. And then we've got a choose your adventure scenario here.
Okay.
So when you come to Old Red and you order this sandwich, your server's gonna ask you, do you want the red barbecue or the white barbecue? Have you ever had white barbecue?
I don't know. I don't think so. Tell me, what's the difference?
So Alabama white barbecue is a mayonnaise-based barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Whereas our Old Red barbecue sauce is more like your traditional tomato-based.
Oh, well, I think both sound delicious.
Do you want to put both on there?
I want you to surprise me. How do you think I'm going to love it?
I think you're gonna love it double down. So we're gonna do both,
Double down. That's great.
red and the white.
Okay.
And then to top it all off,
Oh my
we've
gosh.
got fried onions And in the breading is a little bit of our dried Nashville hot seasoning. So it gives it a little bit of a
Wow.
kick, a little bit of a spice.
A bite back.
And a crunch factor too.
Ooh, for texture.
So we've got a little height on that sandwich, as you can see now.
Oh my goodness.
And it's always going to be
Wow.
served with either French fries or our house-made tots, hot and fresh.
This is a sight. This is incredible.
Now that's a meal.
That is incredible. And I know that when it comes to smoking meat, the type of wood that you use is very specific. Barbecue is very specific, and it's very
Absolutely.
personal.
It is.
And I like to think of it as like an art in a way. So I totally respect where that's coming from. And I know individuals come in here to enjoy the food, but also you have live music
Every day of the week.
every day of the week. And what times does that run for everyone to
So
know?
for our weekdays, we have it at nighttime for dinner.
Okay.
And then for the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we do it all day.
That sounds like so much fun to get out, to come on in here, have a good time. The energy, I love when you walk into a space and there's live music and it's just fun.
Absolutely. And we've got a second to none sound system. We have our own AV department, so they're running the lights. At nighttime, you're going to have the fogger running, so it's a concert-like experience.
That's really, really cool. And besides the live music, you also run events here as well, right?
We do private events of all sizes.
Okay.
And in addition to the great food that we make on a regular menu, the sky's the limit. We can do anything that anybody wants. We've done carving stations and sushi and international cuisines. We can make it happen.
And including a brisket sandwich. So this Austin brisket sandwich I'm about to taste, this looks amazing, okay? Here, I'm gonna go for it, all right? Here we go. Wow. I mean, just look at that.
Substantial, right?
Yes, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have the best bite I've ever had.
Good balance of flavors,
Yes,
nice textural changes. It's a solid sandwich.
sincerely. That is really good.
Glad you like it.
Don't mind me, it's like I could have another bite. That's really good. I appreciate the combination of sauces. I can taste the meat and this, it's smoked beautifully.
So come on in and
Really
ask for
nice.
Carissa's Way, both barbecue sauces.
I'll take it. Brian, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Wonderful. So please go to the website for more information. I might have this brisket sandwich on my face and I don't even know that I care. I invite you to come out here to Old Red so you can enjoy your taste of the town. Until then, I'll see you around town.